y'all. Welcome to the Random Shit Podcast, the People's Podcast. I am Jima, and right over here is my little sissy, Talia. She's joining us again. I'm so excited because we have a really good topic that we're going to get real deep in.
It's going to get deep.
It's going to get deep.
Balls deep.
Jesus. we ain't going to get emotional. We're going to try not to get emotional, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do the damn thing. Mm-hmm. All right. Before we get started, the party. Child, if y'all tuned into the last episode, the party edition, the birthday edition,
we had a time.
We had a time, y'all.
From the time we got to the Airbnb until we left, we had a time.
When I ended that damn episode, y'all, a couple hours after that, it was on and popping. It was cracking.
Shoot.
I remember everything.
I don't.
And it's crazy because we put at the end of that podcast, we're going to try to remember. It was on record. Mm-hmm. We're going to try to. I remember.
I remember like bits and pieces of the party. But once I got like totally drunk, I was like, yeah, no. I don't remember anything.
Well, luckily we got videos. If y'all haven't seen our reel, go to my page at Authentically Gma on IG. Check out that party reel. That was just a good little snippet. That shit was real lit. It was not shots and twerking shots.
Twerking shots.
The more shots people took, the more clumsy motherfuckers got.
Yeah. Yes.
And that literally it got on my nerves.
It did. Me too. Because I'm like, I know we drunk, but we grown. Like, let's keep it cute. But, I mean, I'm glad.
It was our fault.
Yeah.
It was our fault.
We got everyone fucked up.
We got everyone fucked up, and they made it home safe and sound.
I'm so glad they did.
Yeah, because, one passed out on the couch.
Literally. The cold towel on the head.
Let me tell y'all. So, one of our peoples, he came to the party a little bit later on, and he literally was like, I got to get on everybody's level. That man was throwing them motherfuckers back. And he was pilled. When I tell you he passed out on the couch, all the females was making sure he was good, mm-hmm. had a towel over him like a blanket, had a cold little cloth on his head. Mm-hmm. He was passed out. I promise you'll see a little snippet in the reel if you go look at it.
Yeah.
It was real crazy.
He was toe up.
He was.
Baby.
It was.
Them shots threw him back. Shit.
I loved it. It was a good time. And the birthday's not over. We are doing stuff this weekend. We're going to Top Golf on Friday. Yes. And then we're going to do culture. If y'all don't know, we in San Antonio, but y'all should. But if y'all don't know, it's your first time tuning in. I live in San Antonio, Texas now. So there's this really nice ass spot called Culture with a Q. It's like a restaurant, bar, hookah lounge, club, all in fucking one. Right. The shit is lit. And it's lit on Saturday. So we doing that on Saturday. And then Sissy's birthday is on Sunday, y'all. So we're going to do a nice little brunch. If we can get the fuck up.
If we can get the fuck up.
I
got to get up. It's my birthday. I can't sleep on my birthday.
You can't. You can't.
I'm trying to get up.
Lord. Jesus.
Fight.
Fighting. Don't break your fucking neck.
I'm not. Look, I did a handstand yesterday and fell on my neck. Like, I feel better today.
She's trying to not make it to her birthday, y'all. I don't understand why she's trying not to make it to her birthday. It's killing me slowly. Our friend Marquisa fucked up her ankle.
Big and swollen.
I don't know how.
I don't remember. I remember she fell because it hurt, but she kept getting up to twerk some more and dance some more.
She was so drunk, she ain't feel the pain. I love it. Hey, shout out to Marquisa.
Shout out to our girl.
Girl, that is our baby. That is our one of 4. Oh, and again, Brittany threw the fuck down. Everyone loved her fucking food. I promise you. Lemon Drop Event Services. I'm telling y'all. At this point, we will plan your events. We do not mind. I promise you.
You gonna have a good goddamn time.
Okay.
A good damn time.
Okay. And I'm thinking about, I won't even say I'm thinking about, it's happening. Halloween party gonna happen next month. And then it's our friend Brittany Marquise's birthday in November. They've agreed on the lingerie party. So we're gonna throw a nice little lingerie party. It's gonna be lit. Yeah, we really just need like one big blowout, and then we just like go out and stuff like on the other weekends and stuff like that. So, but we be needing that one big old pow.
Yeah.
So now that we really like started the whole thing, we gonna really get into it.
We're gonna keep it going. I'm excited too. I really am. Got my crew, and we just gonna take over the motherfucking the 210.
The two, not the 210. We gonna take over the 210. You feel me? The fuck. But anyways, I always start the podcast with an affirmation. So today's affirmation says, "I choose the happiness this moment over the pain of the past." Ooh, I like it. I choose the happiness of this moment over the pain of the past. So, if y'all don't know, the topic of today is overcoming breakups. So, we gonna get real deep. And you always have to make sure you choose your happiness over anything you ever been through. Okay?
That's very true.
Jesus. All right, so let's get into it. Woo, 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 woo. I'm using my sissy phone because at one point, y'all, I had two phones. On one phone. So yeah, okay. All right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is have you ever experienced a breakup before?
Yeah.
You have?
I just did.
Did it end? Okay, so did it end mutually, or was it him or was it you? Like, how did that go for you?
Honestly, I can't give you a straight direct. It was him or it was me, because what happened, it was like a series of events. Like, he cheated, and then it was just a big downfall. We was living together here, in Texas. Even if they got a toothbrush in someone's home, that's considered their residence. So it's like I wanted him out. We're bickering back and forth. He's not leaving. He know I want him gone. I'm telling him almost every other day, I want you out of my house. I want you gone. I don't even want to sleep next to you. And Jesus. One day, lo and behold, he tells me, "Oh, I'm leaving." Like 3 months after I told him, like, I want you gone, and he just finally just up and left. And it was just like, I've been told you, oh, I was over a relationship, but it was like me telling him I was done with the relationship. He didn't like accept it. He was just like, oh, well, like, what do you mean we're done? Like, you act like I had sex with the woman. I don't give a damn.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Like,
cheating is cheating. And it's like,
and there's levels to it.
It's levels to it. And I've been, communicated, if you don't want to be with me, just leave. It's not that hard to just, leave.
True.
I'm not gonna hold you hostage. So, but I can say, I guess I kind of emotionally checked out way before he did.
Yeah, that's a really big thing, is like checking out. Like, a lot of times people would check out mentally, emotionally, and then physically. And sometimes it will take so long before you're like, okay, now I'm physically ready to get the fuck up out of here. Okay, until then, like, I'm here, but I'm not here. Like, any of those giggly happy moments is done for. Like, I'm checked out emotionally. Now I'm checked out mentally. Like, I'm literally bypassing you in my pathway. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally just a vessel who's getting on my fucking nerves,
right,
and stuff like that. And then now I'm like, okay, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. I've too experienced a breakup, a few. And I'm going to go off of this most recent breakup. I actually ended this breakup myself. And I say that because I ain't never ended a relationship. I ain't going to hold you. I've always been the dumpee, not the dumper.
I understand.
Yeah.
That was me too.
And that was really, really wild for me to actually like be that, because I'm like, oh my God, now I don't know what to do. I'm over here going back and forth like, should I talk to him? Should I take him back? Did I make a mistake? This and third, boom, boom, boom. But ultimately I was like, I had to stand by my decision, because I'm like, I ain't nobody about to go do this back and forth. Because I already crossed over that line of just saying like, I don't want to be with you no more. So now it's like, okay, I got to stand my fucking ground. And it's really, really important for me to stand my ground. So I was like really proud of myself, but that shit hurt like a motherfucker. That shit really, really, really tore
That
me
shit
down.
hurts because you love someone, you want to work it out, and you just feel like, oh, they can be so much better, or you can fix the situation, and you can maybe even see the potential in the person, but just because you see that potential don't mean that you need to stress yourself and stress your mental emotions trying to make them something that they're not capable of being. So,
that is real true. That is real true. And nobody got time to be teaching you shit that you should already know. It's 2023. Come on.
And we grown.
We are really, really grown. Like I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. Like we're grown. Like be honest.
Yeah.
You fucked up. Admit that you fucked up. Mm-hmm. I'll admit that I fucked up, and then we'll go from there. I think people are so scared to admit that they fucked up because they're scared to lose that person. They're scared to be alone and stuff like that. So they just lie, which makes it so much fucking worse.
It do.
It makes it so much
because
fucking
the truth
worse.
Comes out either way, some way, somehow, every time.
Oh God.
This man told me to my face over and over again, I'm not cheating, but my gut is saying he's cheating on you.
Oh, that woman's intuition.
He's cheating on you. But I can't, and I mean, it was eating me up. You know how Madea, if you ever watch Madea went to jail to play. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Yeah. He was talking about, that voice was wearing her out like over and over again. Like that's how it was with me. I'm like, dog. So one night I just went on my Sherlock Holmes shit. I had the phone and I didn't see shit, but I'm like, no, hell no, I'm gonna find something this motherfucker today.
Not you went through the phone.
I went through the phone, y'all. I did. I should have not, but I'm glad I did because it unlocked like a whole folder of cheating, like a whole evidence, like me just finding one phone number. I found pictures, dating profiles, videos, everything. The girl Facebook, everything.
That man could not get away with shit at that point.
Cause he's dumb as hell. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, and Columbia, South Carolina men ain't shit.
Oh, hey.
Y'all be hunching on everybody. It's like a circle. Y'all just pass them around like a blunt.
I can say the same thing for some Detroit people too. From the Detroit dudes, they ain't got the best rep in the world, I would say, in my experience. But from my friends back home, yeah, Detroit men, Jesus, they come a dime a dozen, or they already locked down clink, or they locked down clink and still cheating, but they girl ain't about to go nowhere. Honestly, that's exactly how it be.
I just know I can never be that female. Oh, I'm never gonna leave him, and you know he cheating.
Girl, we are not our grandparents. You can leave, baby girl. We are not our grandparents. I mean, granted, work it out. Work it out if you feel that it's worth fighting for. If you don't feel like it's worth fighting for, by all means, please go ahead and live your life. So you live your life.
Do you think that a relationship can go back to normal after someone cheats? And do you think it's worth it to really work it out?
I would say it would be a new norm. I would say that it would take a lot. Excuse me. It would take a lot of fucking work. It would take a lot of work. It would not be the same as when you first started. That's what I say. It would be a new norm. But if you are willing to really put that work in and make that shit work with them, by all means, a lot of people have went back and their relationships have actually flourished. You know what I'm saying? They're more honest, they're more open about things. But sometimes you really have to keep that open line of communication with that person, because whoever did the hurtee is going to always have that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those first 6 months to a year, baby, you walking on eggshells.
Right.
Straight eggshells. You can't even sit there and laugh at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really just gotta just go with whatever punch the hurtee is going with, because you have absolutely fucked up. But if you're willing to go through those 6 months to a year of that person really coming at you like, but you did this, not third, because they're gonna bring it up. It's gonna come up. You gonna go back and forth, and they're not gonna trust you. That trust is gone. So you can't be mad at a person for having them bring that shit up again. You really can't.
That's true.
You really can't.
I agree, but at the same time, they always be like, oh, well, why did you take me back if you're gonna bring it up? that hurt is still there. But me personally, I've learned my lesson. I can't take someone back after they cheat. That's just me.
No, I feel you.
I did that, and it didn't. It made it worse because I don't believe you can say the sky is purple. I'm still a cook.
Okay.
I don't believe shit you say. I don't believe shit you say. And that's one thing I really noticed with, like my past relationship, my recent one, like, he would say, "Oh, I'm working." In the back of my mind, no, you in the car with the bitch. No, you lying.
Yeah, and it definitely takes a lot. Like if you really want to make it work with that person, it would definitely take a lot. But if that person gets upset with you about you bringing that shit up, then you had every right to leave.
Right.
You sat here and agreed with me that we was gonna work this out, but you have to also understand that I'm about to kind of take you through the ringer. I'm hurt. I'm going to bring up everything. I'm gonna put everything is in question. Dude, you are under investigation.
Right.
Rico case. Like dead ass. You are completely guilty.
Yeah.
You are found guilty. You are trying to be reformed back into this over here. Right. It's gonna take a minute. But I'm willing to put that work in if you're willing to put that work in. And that's why I said people flourish after it, because they really stuck it out with that person to go through the hards and the phone calls and just the not trusting, the arguments and stuff like that, the bickering back and forth. But now they're stronger than they were when they first got together.
I mean, that's true. Every relationship has its ups and downs, but I feel like no, I can't. I did it. I just feel like it's not for everybody. If you want to, if you can do that, and if you're willing to go through that, kudos to you. Round of applause. I can't do it. I went through that, and I almost drove myself crazy. I wanted to smack my fucking head against the damn wall every day. I can't do it. I was gonna end up at the damn mental asylum.
Oh Lord Jesus! I would say you get one.
I just feel like it's not worth your peace.
It's not. It's definitely not. You get one, and I'm gonna break that down with me. You get one if we've already been together for a minute. If we've been together less than 6 months to a year, and you cheat, bye. See you later. But if we've been together for goddamn 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then okay. Cause what the fuck? But
I cheated in a relationship. It was like 2+ years. I was the cheater. So that's why I was hurt when I got cheated on. I said, "Oh, this shit hurt."
That was karma.
What?
That was karma.
I said, "Oh, this shit hurt." Damn, this bitch stinks. And he was a good man. He was a good man. He really was. But we were young. Like shit, I was 16.
Oh,
he was 18. Yeah, I was a sophomore. He was a senior.
Oh,
we was in obviously jail.
And you was cheating on a senior? Damn, go ahead, baby.
And he found out because he graduated high school and then went to basic training and then came back. And I just wasn't,
Really?
I thought I was slick.
You cheated on that man while he was in basic training?
Jody.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, I cheated on my boyfriend before I went to basic training. Yeah, he found out.
How you gonna tell me I'm wrong?
Because it was just, he was in basic training. See, I was the one going. Okay, all right, let me break it down. I'm about to change my life. Literally, I'm going to the military. It's going to change everything in my life. And, so I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand if I wanted to really be with this man. Out of all the shit we went through, I wanted to see if I really wanted to be with him. So I was just like, let me go and cheat. I was young. I was like fucking 19, I think. 19? I think 19. And I just was like, let me see. I mean, we was having problems for it, so he really didn't make a good case. So it was just, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it wasn't complicated to go out and do it, I felt bad. I did feel bad. I felt bad because in the end I was like, yeah, okay, well, I want to be with him. And that sucker ass motherfucker that I cheated with told his ass while I was gone. I don't know how he knew who he was, where the fuck to find him, But he found out. Granted, Detroit is small as fuck, but still, like, I was like, you a sucker ass nigga. Yes, girl. And he was pissed. He was pissed. Baby, I ain't never read a hurt letter in my life, but that letter was, child, them phone calls. Girl.
Oh, baby, I wouldn't even got my phone. They would have hit my phone. Don't even give them.
Don't even give it. My mama know I'm good.
My mama know I'm great.
Y'all know how to get in contact with her. So happened.
Oh,
yeah, shit. It was. Ooh, child.
Them letters hit different when you went basic. So that shit, right? Oh, damn, friend.
Man, and then he started to really do some like vengeful. Like, he was a very vengeful person. Mm-hmm. He started to do some vengeful shit. He said he like called. I don't know how this man was getting all the information. He got the information to where I was in basic training. He literally lied on me in basic training. And it literally, I would say he lied on me so much that I ended up having to like talk to the commander. Baby, I'm a private. Yes, I'm a whole private. I don't know nothing about nothing in this shit. I'm already talking to a commander, a fucking captain. I'm a fuzzy. Yes, he did some horrible ass shit while I was in basic. I'm like, this seems like this type of shit to get you sent home.
That's some spiteful shit to try to fuck with someone's life.
Girl.
Like, I'm trying to get my life right. Oh, hell no.
And the thing, I still wanted to be with him.
Oh hell no, man.
Fuck yes, that. I still wanted to be with that man.
I said, bitch, bye.
So let me ask you, your last relationship, the one that ended, how did that truly make you feel when it ended? Like, going through those emotions, like, how did you feel when that relationship ended?
That's a good question.
Hey, man.
It made me feel. I experienced a lot of emotions. I was hurt because I allowed myself to go through months of betrayal. You know, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I knew I should have been left. So I blame myself for sticking around when I knew he wasn't no good for me.
Jeez.
And then I felt dumb. I felt used. I felt so used because he was living in my home, not paying no bills. He would help with groceries, but what's groceries compared to bills?
Yeah, right.
But because he drives when we go out on like dates and stuff, that just equates to,
you ain't doing shit.
Thank you for the sliver of gas. I don't.
Not the sliver.
I experienced so much. I felt used, betrayed. I was hurt. I wasn't sad. I was sad more because of, you know, what was going on. Mm-hmm. I was more hurt about that than losing him. Yeah. I was just like, I could have avoided all of this. That was my main thought process. I could have avoided all of this. If I would have listened to my intuition the first time, if I didn't, you know, take him back when he cheated the first time, I could have been in a different headspace, a different situation than what I was in right then. Yeah. So I blame myself a lot. And I was really hurt.
Yeah, women tend to really put a lot on themselves, especially when their significant other has done the wrong. Like, they did the do. They did the deed. You know what I'm saying? They committed the fucking crime.
Right.
We will take blame on ourselves for what they did. Yeah. And it is so crazy because it's making us feel like, damn, I really wanted this to work and it's not working because for some reason you decided to go out and cheat. I don't understand. I thought I was providing a happy home for you, but you decided that you still needed to go out and get this done.
I mean, I had to have a good kumbaya with myself. And I mean, it wasn't nobody else. It was me sitting down with myself. I'm like, Clay, you're 22. That was not your responsibility to sit there and play house with this man, especially when we was not married.
Yeah.
And I can't help what he wanted to go out and do. But I had to just stop myself because I felt myself going in a rabbit hole of like, damn, I'm not good enough. Like, what did I do wrong? Why am I, getting hurt? When I knew I had pure intentions with him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help his insecurities. If you need multiple bitches, cool. So I just had to I had to stop blaming myself because I could feel myself spiraling. I had to separate that.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
And it's crazy because I told you before, is for you to experience these experiences early in your early 20s, it definitely helps you navigate how you want to go about meeting someone, getting to know them, a relationship, what you gonna tolerate, what you're not gonna tolerate, the things that you need, your non-negotiables, what you require in a relationship just based off your experience. And it's good that you honestly, it sucks that you experienced it, but it's good that you experienced it at the same time too, because it's gonna definitely, it lays out the framework. Like you ain't with the bullshit. You ain't dealing with nobody because you already dealt with that early on with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Those such as myself, I was learning the hard way, buddy, through all my 20s and stuff like that. But I'm real proud of you to have experienced that, because now you're like, look, if you ain't coming motherfucking correct, baby,
you gotta go.
Baby, don't even come.
Don't even come. Like, don't even come our way.
Reroute your GPS, because this is a dead end. Oh God,
don't use that.
This is a dead end. I did a reel like that.
I like that. I like that.
I know for me, going off of this last breakup, we're gonna do recent stuff, y'all. So going off of this last breakup, I felt I felt better than I felt in any of my breakups.
Really?
Man, I shocked myself because for one, I was a dumper, and two, I was already like, when I said my non-negotiables early on in a relationship, I stood by that shit. Mm-hmm. So when he began to lack in those areas, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not about to take this. I verbally expressed to you how I felt about it. I verbally expressed to you that you need to do X, Y, and Z. I've admitted to where I probably, had some fault where, you didn't understand it, you didn't get it, to where you can actually go ahead and modify, to help, to do what you need to do for me. Because I know I was doing what I needed to do for you. I don't give a fuck. Right. I mean, granted, I may have had an attitude. I may have talked back. I may have said some things. Granted, I'm a D girl, so it is what it is. But, I was still mature, wise, and being an adult about how to communicate how I felt. And when he did not give me what I required in a relationship, I was like, I have to go. And I literally was like, I'm pouring into you more than I'm pouring into myself. Right. And now I'm tapping into what I have for myself to make up in our relationship. I feel alone in this relationship and I refuse. Right. So I have to leave. So that's why I was like, damn, girl. Yeah. Don't pat yourself on the back, because relationships ago, I would have stayed, baby. Baby, please, baby, please.
It takes a lot to leave.
It takes a lot to leave.
And stand on that, like, I'm done.
Cause he was such a cool ass dude. He was a great guy. Shit, I talked about him in majority of my podcast when I first started this podcast out, because I was with him when I started the podcast. Oh wow. Yeah, I was with him when I started the podcast, and I refused to take that shit down. Look, that was my experience. It was a happy one. I would never, what I'm saying, I would never take away from him. He just started to lack in areas where I had non-negotiables, and he could not click with that, and that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Again, we had our falling out about certain things, but the way we went about it was not cool. It wasn't cool. So I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna give him 100% of the blame, but we could have communicated better to where I probably would have stayed. If we would have communicated better, I would have stayed. But you wasn't giving me that time, energy, effort, Kojima. Okay, time, energy, effort. I do not play about that shit. So I felt really good about this breakup opposed to the other breakups, because I guess my snapback was like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I had moments where I literally, I would call him out the blue, and it would be those wild moments and stuff like that. But they weren't like in my past relationships where it was like I needed to know all the fucking time. It was just like those moments of loneliness you get where you just like, oh, you want to reach out to your dude or whatever have you. So, but other than it stopped over time. I mean,
yeah, it just takes time. Time really just got to pass. Yeah. Like me, like I thought I was just gonna just roll over. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was just like, bro, I've never experienced no hurt like that. And I literally remember like praying one day, like crying to God. I was like, why am I experiencing this hurt? Yes. I'm like, what the hell did I do to somebody for me to experience this? I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Oh, but because in a relationship, I'm grateful to experience it, because I realized a lot about myself, and I realized the way, this is shocking now, the way I would respond to some of the things that he was doing was a trauma response to how I was raised.
Damn.
Like yelling.
Mm-hmm.
My mom yells at me a lot. She yelled at me a lot.
Yeah.
She woke me up on the bullshit.
Oh.
It's 7:00 in the morning. Wow. Get the fuck up. All right, well, get the hell up. Shit. Brush your teeth.
Yeah, right.
I had to learn. I'm still learning how to communicate in a soft tone.
Yeah.
Not escalate my voice when I'm upset, because there's no need for you to yell. I hear you.
True. I learned that too. It's that Virgo shit.
Yeah.
because I will literally like, I'm naturally loud. So it's like, if I'm naturally loud like this, ooh, when we arguing, baby, everybody like, oh, but don't let me be livid. Yeah. Don't let me be livid, because that, ooh, Jesus. So now I want to kind of like get into basically the 5 stages of grief, because a lot of people think the 5 stages of grief just deals with death. But I mean, when you break up with somebody, that's like, it feels like a form of death.
Right. Like, yeah, you're mourning. You lost somebody.
You lost somebody.
You talked to every day. You saw every day. You know, was intimate with over and over. They're gone.
Exactly.
That's a
form of death.
It is.
It's a form, especially when you, for one, you've been vulnerable with that person. You laid down with that person. All types, like, you shared your most intimate moments, your experiences, your traumas with that person, because you thought that was your person. You was going to be with them forever and ever and ever. And they turned out to be that person. So it's like, okay, you literally took another chunk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if y'all don't know, the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So for denial, when it comes to breakups, it says denial gives your heart time to adjust to the new situation. In the denial phase, you may think that your significant other is coming back to you. Everybody spends different amounts of time in the denial phase. It is wise to turn to your friends for family support. That is so fucking true, because when I broke up, when me and my significant others broke up, it was always that, like, they're coming back. They're going to come back, especially being a dumpy. So I was like, they're going to come back. They're going to realize that they fucked up. They're going to come back. They never came back. Mm-hmm. And I was so in denial. Like, I'm an optimist. I'm very hopeful. My hope is high as hell. And I'm just like, well, they'll get it together. We'll talk. We'll get it back. And that's not third. Especially one of my relationships. I held out for that motherfucker for over a year. Damn. Yeah. And he know who he is. he know who he is. I held out for that motherfucker for over a year. I was so in denial. I was like, and then to turn around and find out that he literally made a mistake. He said he made a mistake and fucked up. And I was like,
there's done.
Not duh. So how do you feel about that denial stage?
I mean, yeah, I can say I did think like that when the breakup first happened, like, but not at first. I was like, he ain't coming back. That man hate my guts. He blocked me off everything. I'm like, he ain't coming back. But then it
was like a reverse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know he might reach out, check on me, and he did.
Yeah.
But
if you care.
If you care.
Yeah.
But I can say, like, for me personally, I was trying to get myself to a point where I'm like, I don't even want him to reach out. I don't want him to come back. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to hurt me if I let you back in. And that's what I'm experiencing now. I let you back in a little bit. And you still on the bullshit.
Yeah. You told me.
Babe, I'm farting on pillow. Okay. Not this podcast.
I know. No, you be honest. She gonna find a pillow. She gonna fucking find a pillow. I mean, it is with a fucking fart in the fucking pillow.
Like,
shit. Just y'all that try Talia, caution yourself, because
I'm taking there with you.
Okay, so don't go there with her. She did not fight fair.
I don't, but I'm not gonna do that to you.
Yeah, no.
I'm not that person. I'm healed.
she is evolved.
I have evolved.
She is woman. Okay, so the next one is anger, and anger says it is important in this phase not to make any rash decisions that you may later regret. Wait until you are less emotional. Suggest the websites of health guide, which is basically like a guide to healing and stuff like that. Allow yourself to work through your anger, perhaps by exercising or drawing, expressing your feelings. And a journal is a way to release your emotions. I completely agree. If you have, I'm talking about anger. Yeah. And it's going to be some anger. There are so many different avenues to release that anger that's not just on that person itself, because you're never going to get a resolve from that. Right. So that's yeah, true. Like I've journaled. I've journaled. I've always said the best weight loss is when you done had a breakup or you ill. That is the best weight loss, because baby, you gonna shed some pounds. Yeah. Okay, going to the gym, getting that, you just in that bad. Before you know it, 20 pounds down. Yeah.
Toned as hell.
Toned as hell.
Looking good.
I wish he would.
I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Oh God.
Don't bow. That's how you be feeling. Like.
Right. Like you in the gym like, this motherfucker.
I see this motherfucker again. That's what God.
This dumbbell going through their head, boy. I tell you. Both of them.
Oh, what?
You get glimpses in your head, like little flashes, like in the movies. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God.
Anger is real.
Yeah, anger is real. Journaling is definitely. I've journaled. Journaling is definitely a big thing. You can release everything in there. My journals are more like my written prayers, because all my journals start with "Dear God." Aww. Yeah, me and God. Yeah. We tight like that. So yeah. So most of my journals start with "Dear God," and I'm just talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Just getting everything in my mind, even though he read my mind. Even though he know. But it's just like I gotta write it out too, Lord. I gotta pencil it.
Me and him just talk. But I like to journal too.
Yeah.
But being someone that I've been in anger management for over a year. Your phone.
Oh no. Oh, it's still recording.
It's still recording?
It is.
Okay, good.
Ooh, now my phone about to die.
I've been in anger management for over a year, and for some good reasons. Oh, I've had to find outlets to release that anger, because you can't put your hands on the kids, and that was hard for me to learn. So it was more like journaling. It works, but I don't have a steady hand for that. When I'm mad, I want to punch something. I want to yell. I want to scream.
Yeah.
I want to. So I need to. So that's why I do Zumba. I love Zumba.
Yeah.
I did boxing for a minute, but I stopped. Where I'll go take a walk. I need to remove myself from whatever's making me angry, and I had to remove myself when I was experiencing that hurt and that anger. I had to distract myself and go do something.
Yeah.
To not just sit there and dwell in that hurt.
Because you get more angry.
You get more angry. I want to call your mama, call her a fat back bitch. That's what I want to do. You can't do that.
Oh God. Several times I want to call family members like,
you raised a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. That's how I felt.
No, I get it. You got I have a speech for you, for your son.
What?
Cause you gonna tell him.
Tell us, I read to the whole family. We can all be on three-way.
Jesus. That is wild. So the third one is bargaining. All right. So bargaining says trying to befriend an ex, especially soon after the breakup, will only keep the pain of heartbreak fresh. You can salvage your pride by starting anew without your ex. So basically, you have to not try to restore that relationship and just find another outlet. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Because you will want to. So you're like, well, we can just be friends right after the relationship. Like, hold on, we know we can't do that shit. But that's your way of like keeping them around. You want to keep them around. I have done this quite a few times. I don't do it now because this is like ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Right. I'm not gonna be your fucking friend. I've tried that shit. Because if I see you with a bitch, I'm about to go somewhere in my mouth. Like,
and just to, don't go there. Come back. We here with it. We here with it. Mm-mm. I can't.
This is why I can't be. This is why I don't be social media friends with dudes I'm talking to or I'm in a relationship with. I can't. No.
Social media. That's a different topic for relationships.
Yes, I have it down as a topic.
Jesus. But no, me personally, I never. We break up, bitch. Fuck you. I don't want to be your friend.
She more of a hard ass than me, y'all. You are.
I have not always been this way.
Yeah.
I used to not be like this.
Yeah. I know I'm not like
you're not soft.
Oh no. I'm not soft no more.
Soft.
Yeah, because I used to be a person to give chance after chance after chance. I'm still like, you people don't have chances with me. Like, you don't have. Like, no, it's very, 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 very small.
It's really fuck you at this point. Like, I don't.
So depression is the fourth one. It says it's normal to be sad at this point in your grieving. You come to terms with the fact that the situation is not going to change. This is a time for reflection. You may want to be alone. Realize the kindness of others is not intended to upset you. Instead, rely on your support system to keep you distracted from your grief. Damn. Because I've gotten depressed. If there was a word worse than depressed, it may be. I just can't think of it because I've been drinking. But if there was a word worse than depressed, I was that baby. I remember this one time. For me, I used to shut everyone out. Y'all know how outgoing my ass is. I am so outgoing. I am a people person. I am 80%, 85% happy. You know what I'm saying? Most days, if not all of them, I'm in my own world. But there was a time where I would shut the world the fuck out completely, and that was my coping mechanism. It would be for 3 days. 3 days, shut it out. I want to open my blinds, and if you know me, I love my blinds open. I love the natural sunlight in my home. Everything was dark. Everything was dark, and I would sit there and I would cry, listen to them sad ass songs and cry. And I remember I did that in one of my relationships when we broke up. I didn't want to talk to nobody. Nobody. His mama was calling. My mama was calling. He just was, I didn't see him, and I was literally on the couch. I got up and showered. I promise I did. I got up and showered, but I went right back on that couch. It felt like a whole sad ass movie scene. I don't do it no more. I mean, I definitely go through my stages of grief, and I go through all of my emotions when I break up, but I don't shut people out anymore and stuff like that. I mean, I'll take a minute, like, just give me like, I'm going through some things, but I'm gonna verbally say that I'll literally no notice. I'll shut them out, completely shut everyone out before. But now I'm just like, I'm hurting. I'm venting more to my friends than I did before, because I used to be the one that just like, I didn't tell you about what was going wrong in my household and stuff like that. Even though I had good friends I can go to, I just was like, I don't want to burden them with what I got going on. But now I'm the friend, like, talk to me. Come talk to me. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. You this is a safe space. Come talk to me.
I'm glad you're like that. I'm really like, I'm glad you came over today and spent time with me, because I'm sad right now. I am.
I don't like when you share. I don't want you to be
sharing. Because I blocked. I stopped talking to the person. Like, I wanted to have his. I wanted a family with this man. I've never wanted to have no family with the dude I've ever been with.
Girl, I feel you on that one.
So I'm just like, I'm hurt, but I'm glad, and I know, like, with us and our friendship, we have a bond where we can talk about anything, and it's not no judgmental type of thing.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk, when I'm upset, and I know you upset. So
you're gonna be upset together.
So we it's like we understand each other. But
I'm glad I can give that to you, because that's all I want for my friends.
I never had friends like that. Like, well, I'm not gonna say I never did, but it's always certain friends, for stuff like that. Because some friends just think I got an attitude, or why you being weird, bitch. I'm sad. What do you mean?
Like, read between the fucking lines.
You know what the fuck is going on.
I need you to read my mind right now.
I need you to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to not be an asshole. Because it's going to take me off the longboard. You might send me off the deep end. Please don't.
Cuss you out. I don't want to cuss you out.
I don't want to cuss you out. You're my friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I could be that for you, and I'm glad you're that for me as well. You know, because it's really important. Everyone knows that for me, I don't have sisters, so my female friendships are like hard. Like, if I call you my friend, you are my fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? If I call you my sister, bitch, it's either you die or you die. If you like,
like, don't make
me. This is some we on gang shit at this point. You've been in
we ride it down
all day.
Like, what?
All fucking day.
This set it off on this motherfucker.
Okay. Don't look now, because I'm trusting you. I'm telling you my deepest secrets, my my vulnerable moments and stuff like that. And I've had some people I've shared that with, and I know I shouldn't have shared that with, and I'm just like, yeah, that was my fault. Fool me once, shame on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can't fool me twice though. And I've been fooled twice. I'm just, God damn. 3 times. Like, Jesus. What the fuck is going on? But yeah, having a good support system is extremely crucial when you're going through something, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a death in the family, any fucking thing, work, any fucking thing. Is really important to have a support system. Like, I asked Talia, y'all, if we can do a podcast on overcoming breakups because of what she's going through currently. For one, it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted to get her real initial reactions to what we are talking about and stuff like that. Because sometimes you get it later on. Like, if we would have had this conversation later on, I mean, of course you would have definitely been able to talk about it, but as fresh as it is now, like, people are seeing that. They're seeing, like, you don't even look like you going through a breakup, but baby girl, you are going through it. Like, this is real recent. And I appreciate you allowing me to do this episode with you going through this right now. You know what I'm saying? I really stop. You're so irritating. You are so irritating.
I'm sorry. I gotta make a face.
Yeah. Sorry. No, but I really do appreciate it, because people need to see the real in real time.
That's true.
They really
do the raw emotions, and
because they seen it from my point of view. Like, my shit was like months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already like,
hey, let's get. And I'm just like, bro, I just hate that it happened right before my birthday. I'm gonna turn 23 in like what, 4 days?
And it is our job to make sure that you have a really good birthday. Fuck that motherfucker. He did what he did, but you are going to be a better woman for the things that you went through. And I look forward to that for you. I really do. I look forward to you just evolving, you being like, nigga, I ain't with that sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited. But I like that you're going through this. I like that you're actually going through this, because people need to stop being so closed into what they're going through. Like, go through those emotions. If you sad, you sad. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to tell a person that you're sad as fuck, or that you're mad and you're angry and stuff. Just be like, you know what? I need a minute. I'm going through something right now. I need a minute, or whatever have you. But go through those emotions and stuff like that. We got to put our faces on when we go to work and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, baby, I gotta go home. Like, I gotta sit on the couch. I gotta drink. Yeah, I gotta write. I gotta pray. I gotta do these things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not excessively drink, not get fucking plastered and stuff like that. We don't promote that. No. But just have your glass of wine, just unwind and digress and go through that. Because if you do not go through your emotions, it is going to come up. Yeah, it's going to eat you, and it's going to come up at the wrong time. Maybe on the right person.
I feel like, me personally, I don't think I really healed from the relationship. So when we started back talking, I think I should not let him in. That's me realizing it now, because when I went home and we was drinking and trying to talk about the situation, all that old anger, all that old hurt came up. Because I
told you that was gonna happen.
And when I tell you, it was so hard for me to, like, I'm sitting there balled, because you know how I was with him. I'm sitting here balled up my fist, because I'm gonna sock you. Jesus. I can't do that. I'm
yeah. Don't be that.
And I mean, I'm like, he's just talking. I'm just like,
I'm trying to find my opening to sock you in your shit.
Look, I keep saying I changed, and I just know if I would have done that, I would have been so disappointed in myself.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it was growth because you didn't do it, because you seemed like you would have did it just on impact.
Right. That's how I used to. I used to go boom, boom.
Yeah, like he wasn't got a word in edgewise.
No.
So you had a little bit of growth there.
A little bit. But and I'm telling him, like, hey.
You controlled the situation. Yeah, so you got to give yourself credit on that. Like, you controlled the situation. Yes, you got mad. Yes, you was ready to throw some bows at that man. Yeah. But you still was able to keep your cool with it.
But I just feel like I was so happy. I'll be honest, I was happy. Like, oh shit. I've
been there. I've been there.
And then, like, that week before I came home, everything was like blissful, cute, on the phone, FaceTime, text messages, best shit ever. Came home, shit went left. And then after that, coming back here, went to shit.
I went through that same shit. I literally spent my fucking money going to see somebody. Going to see my ex. Yes, spent that money. I didn't even stay at his house. Yes, I had a whole hotel room. I went for like maybe 4 days. I saw that man maybe 3 times. Yes, went to a barbecue. It was just like the way his whole demeanor changed completely from when we was actually together. At first, like, because he invited me to a barbecue, so I went to the barbecue. Of course, I'm showing up with something, so I had bags. You motherfucker ain't grab my bags. You ain't grab these bags. Nothing. It was just like, I was like, I don't know if this is something you're hurt or what the fuck, but it just wasn't him. And I was just like, what the? Oh.
I don't give a fuck how mad you are, bitch. You're a man, and don't do no bitch shit.
Like, that really, like, that was some real sucker ass shit. And I was like, are you serious? Even he got so, I wouldn't say so fucking drunk, but he got drunk. And of course, like, his friend that had a barbecue, they lived in the same apartment complex. The man went home and fell out and went to sleep. I don't know these fucking people. I'm just here. And I'm calling and calling. You're not picking up. I just end up going back to my room. Girl.
Yeah.
Yes. That's and then before I left, we had our moment or something like that. It was like a goodbye kiss or some shit like that, But to me, it was just like a start of a new beginning. Cause my little naive ass a little bit. I was still a little naive with that relationship or whatever have you. So I came back like I was in the Jasmine Sullivan. Was it Let It Burn? I think it was Let It Burn by Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah. And I was just like, hey, I got my man, babe. Da, da, da. No communication. Nothing. No communication really. Nope.
Yeah, it was.
And that shit, it felt like we broke up all over again. I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
Yeah, it don't feel like we broke up over again. I just feel like now I'm like, you saw who still is. You see what he's still on. Mm-hmm. You see what you still on. You still see what you haven't changed. Now go deal with it for real this time. That's how I feel about it at this point. Don't fake it. Don't wish for him to come back. Don't be sad.
Who don't wishes? Who don't wishes, girl?
Deal with it for real this time and move forward, and not expecting him to come back, not expecting him to reach out. Mm-hmm. Just being better for yourself and moving forward.
Yeah. So the last one is acceptance. Whew. Acceptance. Yeah. This is the healthiest way to fully accept a breakup and grow as an individual. The pain may not be gone completely, but time will heal all wounds. It is natural to harbor a place in your heart for your loved ones, especially relationships that make you who you are. However, in the final stage of grief after a breakup, you will begin to piece together what happened and accept the breakup and acknowledge the part you played in it. Yeah. Oh God. Jesus.
It brings that self-awareness. It brings everything. Like,
that self-awareness is something.
I feel like.
And I like the acceptance stage, because like now you get to you're single.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you get to grow in yourself more. It's like I always say I learn from every single one of my breakups. You know what I'm saying? I thank them for the experience that I had with them because it taught me like I said, what I'm not going to tolerate. Right. It taught me, you know what I'm saying? I will never take away from the good part of who they were when we were in a relationship. I'm not going to say you a shitbag ass nigga, except for one. But other than that, like, for real, I'm not gonna say like you gave me some really good fucking times. The way it ended is sucky because we was going through a fucking breakup, so that shit was just bad. Yeah. But our relationship was good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them for that. But there are some things I'm just like, I do not play with, and I do not play with my non-negotiables. Mm-hmm. And I did not play with that in my last relationship. That's actually when I started that. My non-negotiables, like, this is what I require. This, like, I promise you, if you can't do this, don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And it started with him. And I'm like, nigga, it was simple. I'm not asking you for the world. I'm not asking you for no house every month.
I'm not asking you to run to fucking China and run the China wall. I'm asking you for simple shit.
Just some small, just talk to me. I'm big on communication. I'm huge on communication, especially if we in a long distance relationship, because I really don't mind long distance relationships. I like my time alone and stuff like that because it's nothing but a flight on everything. I mean, eventually somebody's going to have to make a decision. I'm in the Army. I can't really go nowhere. So, okay. So we gotta figure this out. But like, man.
Yeah. Acceptance. That's the thing. Like, once you can still be hurt. You can still be hurt. But it's a different type of, the grass is a little greener. Mm-hmm. Going outside a little more. I'm hurt, but I'm okay. And yeah, like,
I say date yourself.
That's literally what I do. Like,
date yourself.
I had like my little flower. I don't know what. Anyway, shit. I had to do little shit just to fucking. You know I'm mad as fuck about that shit, right? I told you that motherfucker was shriveled up.
It don't look bad. Wait.
One side is gone.
Ooh, baby.
Because I left it outside.
Baby, that orchid like, no. What you say it did?
Oh my god. I was so hurt.
It's like SpongeBob and Sandy's house with no water.
I was so upset, bro. And
that was one night?
Yes. I said, damn.
You can't do that to orchid.
Oh my god.
It's an orchid, y'all. You can't do
It's an orchid, and beautiful flower. Got an HEB. I left it outside because I think I was cleaning over here. Mm-hmm. I left it outside and we had the party, so I left. Came back, shriveled up, leaves. No. Dead on one side.
Oh my god, that one's trying to hold on for dear life.
Baby, I'm holding on with you because please don't leave me yet. Please. But yes, that's self-awareness. Like, I had to see a lot. I'm just grateful for my past relationship because I saw a lot in myself. It made me realize a lot about myself and my toxic traits. So I need to go fix this.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know I was abusive. I didn't know that. Well, no. Because he's the only person I did that with.
I mean, he got deeper than anybody ever. Yeah, y'all experienced more.
That's true, because
so he tapped a whole nother level of emotion.
That's true.
In you.
That's true. And then also it was more like, I don't know. I just experienced a lot of like, bro, this is how someone's like, I don't know how to explain it. I was having a lot of deja vu moments. Like, and I hate to say, it was all back to how I was raised. Like, my mom would get mad at me if I didn't clean up. And she would say, like, oh, it's okay. Then, like, go in the kitchen, clean up, and bang shit up. Baby, I'll just do it. You don't gotta act like that, bitch. You don't gotta throw the fucking knife at the wall because I ain't clean no fucking dishes, bitch. I went and took a nap. But I found myself, oh, you didn't wash his bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, bitch, I'm finna go wash it anyway. And just act a fucking donkey. And I'm like, that's not cool. Like, it was just a bunch of little stuff, and I was like very embarrassed. So I'm like, okay, you can't act like that. And just I'm just really, I just had to realize what it was about myself. Like, hey, this isn't cool. How we're moving forward. And that's why I just want to be alone right now, because I'm like, I don't think I am ready to handle someone else again.
Right I feel that.
I need to like, it's gonna take a minute, honestly.
Yeah, take the time that you need. You know what I'm saying? If you want to entertain somebody because you're beautiful. So if you want to, you could do that. If you don't, just all right, sir. Not right now. I'm not trying to be rude, disrespectful, but this is not the time. I have baggage. I'm trying to unpack.
And that's the thing. I'm trying to, like, I don't even want to go and hunch nobody. I don't even want to go and let's go get a coffee. I don't want to do nothing. Just leave it alone right now.
I feel you. No, I feel you. I like the fact that the relationships that I will go into later on, if this, I don't want to be plural, but the next relationship that I go into, I won't have no emotional baggage. You know what I'm saying? That's because you go, like I said, you go through all of your baggage, you go through all of your emotions, all of your pain, all of your suffering, and then you're like, damn, I ain't got. It's like, okay, like, come on in, sweetheart. You know, ain't no furniture. We can make some. we can make some furniture. I love this. This is nice. You feel me? Like, we can definitely do this. I love that for me, because that's how I went into the relationship with him, because I know from when I first got married to the second time I got married, I wasn't over my first marriage, and then when I got divorced the second time, I wasn't over that when I got into my relationship, and I wasn't over that when I got into the other one. So I always had the emotions and trauma from the last relationship in every single relationship, and this last one I didn't have nothing. So everything, like all that, like I'm building up all this with you, like, man, I had to unpack that shit. And I was like, and it was crazy because I was going through all those stages of grief while I was still in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I left that bitch mentally, I left that bitch emotionally. Now I'm like denial, because I'm like, okay, he busy. You know what I'm saying? You know, he can't communicate with me and stuff like that, you know, but he will. I'm bargaining, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm angry because I'm like, nigga, how you not talk to me all fucking day? Bro. Like, I'm your woman. Talk to me.
And my thing is, a man that really loves you, he not finna do all this stuff talking to you.
Oh God.
He not.
Oh God.
If that man can send a pigeon to your house, just to let that pigeon know.
And that's all they had back then. That's all they roll that thing up, tuck it in there.
That pigeon got that to that damn woman though.
I don't know how to make pigeon noise. I don't know how to make the pigeon
noise. But I promise you. They was gonna figure that out. And that's why I'm like, I don't put nothing past nobody. You saying you busy, you doing this, baby, I be busy, or sometimes I don't want to talk.
I always say, you make time for what you make time for.
You make time for who you make time for.
Period.
Like,
because we're in the fucking military. We're in the army. We busy. If y'all don't know, Talia's in the army as well. We have the same job. You know what I'm saying? We're busy, but we make time. We know how to make time for what the fuck we want to make time for. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to take away from anyone's job and how busy their job can be, how demanding it can be. But at the same time, baby, I makes time. I makes time. Make time for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know, she takes her lunch at 12. Well, let me call her at 12 so we can talk for an hour. Talk for 30 minutes.
Because, baby, we know. We know. I know what time you take lunch. I know what time you go into the office. I know what time you get off work. I know what time you got to run all your errands and stuff like that to get home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to bother you. But there's a time between when you get home, get settled, and when you're about to go to sleep that you can do a little. I don't give a fuck if it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me call my baby real quick. Baby, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I done had a long day. I'm going to get at you tomorrow. I love you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I'm in a meeting right now. I'm going to hit you when I get out this meeting, and actually hit me after the fucking meeting. Yes. That shit. When you don't do shit like that, it's crazy. Because if motherfucker, you sit here calling me, and it's, man, I promise you, I don't know about the men. I can only speak for the women. I promise you, when we miss if you are a motherfucking significant other and you call and we in the middle of something, baby, that shit hurts. I want to talk to you. Baby, you thought about me and called me midday and I can't even talk to you right now. I gotta shit.
Yeah.
Man, that shit hurt. It hurts because I'm like, damn, my baby calling me.
I miss my man.
I mean, but I'm in a meeting right now. I gotta call him back. This and the third. Like, for me, and I would say for most women, that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying?
But just know when you get that time, you calling them back ASAP.
Oh God, I'm walking out that. I ain't even out the door to the meeting yet. They still talking, still asking questions. I'm already dialing your fucking number. Babe, I'm calling you right now. Like,
sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I got another call. Sorry, I gotta take this. There was sometimes I literally in the middle of a meeting, got up from that meeting and went out and called my dude back.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
Everything okay? You
good? You straight?
You, baby? Oh, well, okay. I'm in a meeting. I'm gonna call you right back.
I'm gonna call you right. I'm gonna call you.
That's love.
Oh God.
That's true love.
And I'm just like, that's why women will go the extra mile. Go the extra mile.
And the men will too, for who they want to do it for.
For who they want to do it for. The last thing I want to bring up, hopefully my shit don't die, but the last thing I want to bring up, do you feel that women go through more pain than men? Or is it the opposite?
I think when women go through more pain in the beginning, when it's fresh. Because, you know, men, they be like, oh man, fuck her, you know, we done, she toxic, she whatever. Men put up that front, and you know, women, I just feel like we go through that hurt the first time, that emotion, that the tears, the depression, all that. But then time goes on, we good. But later on, I feel like men, they experience that hurt.
Oh yeah, they don't do it. They don't do it initially.
Right then. Yeah. I feel like it hits them a little harder.
Yeah,
because you know she good and gone. You know she
done flourished.
She you see her on Instagram, you like,
she flourished.
She flourished.
That's when motherfuckers want to do some stupid shit and hit your ass up. Nah,
no,
you going through your pain, ain't you?
You hurt, ain't you? Your stomach turning. Wait, fuck you.
There was actually oh shit, my fucking shit is trying to die, y'all. There was actually a study that basically said that men actually go through heartbreak worse than women. It was on my phone, y'all. I'm actually using my phone to do this podcast, so I did not send that to her phone. Oh well, but I did read that it was a New York Post study. It was done in 2021 that men actually go through heartbreak worse than women. And they tend to do it, like we said, later on, but it's more significant. That's why we, you know, sometimes we come across a dude that's like, you know, I don't want a relationship right now and stuff like that, and they don't be completely honest with us, but it's because of trauma that they had in their last relationship and stuff they go in their last relationship. Because they're a man, their pride gets in the way of, like, you know, actually saying like they were emotionally fucked up about that. Some men will literally like lay it out and be like, that shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with one guy and he was like, that relationship scarred me. Literally scarred me. And I was like, that's some honest shit. I ain't never heard a man ever say that before to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that relationship really fucked him up and it scarred him.
But at least he was honest.
He was definitely honest about it. I definitely appreciate him for telling me that. Because I'm like, damn. Now I can understand like how you're maneuvering and stuff like that. Right. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But some men would try to hide behind that shit. They go the opposite way and they fuck everything inside. Like on Insecure. I forgot that nigga name on Insecure, but he was fucking everything inside with him and Issa died. Issa broke up. How about to say died? When she broke up, he was fucking everything.
That's what they be, or they just move on to whoever and whoever.
And that's the thing. Like that's why men say like sex don't really matter and da da da. When it comes to women, when it comes to going out and fucking other women and stuff like that, and it's more emotional for us, and it is. But I'm like, this is how you go through. I will say some women don't just go out and fuck everything when they're going through their pain and stuff like that. But men are so quick to be like, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get out. But you're fucking everything and you're still hurt.
Right. You just
fucking. Why? That don't make sense.
Baby, go to therapy.
Okay, talk to your mama. Talk to God.
Go to church.
Jesus.
Because that's what I did. I was like,
you're gonna end up with something.
Now you're burning, itchy and burn.
Jesus, trying to fuck your pain out and you still hurt. That don't make sense to me.
They ain't gonna learn.
They
ain't gonna learn.
But yes, men tend to go through that shit more than women, but they do it later on. Well, well, like, well, you gotta. Everybody's gonna go through their shit.
Right.
It would be nice to understand how a man copes with it outside from like sex. Like men that just is like, I don't want to have sex with multiple women to get over my pain. Like the men that actually is like go through their pain. It would be nice to actually know. I'm gonna have come back. We're gonna have to do a part 2 of this and like bring a dude on and stuff like that. Y'all, I think Talia gonna be a part of the Random Shit podcast. She might end up being part of the Random Shit podcast.
Y'all gonna see me again, period.
Because I told y'all I want to have another viewpoint on this podcast. So shit, we ain't going nowhere. We locked in for the next couple years.
Tight like a booty hole.
Tight like a booty hole. Oh God! So it makes. Hey, you made me my co-host, baby. I'll put you on a little thing, Random Shit podcast, you podcast with Gina and Talia.
I'm excited.
I appreciate you being on this podcast and you opening up and you letting me and the viewers know about what you're going through and how you
had me on here and digging deep and asking me some really thoughtful questions.
Yeah, I wasn't just gonna tee you out. You know what I'm saying? No, like we gonna get real because we are the People's Podcast, and you know I'm not the friend that's gonna be like fuck that nigga. Like no, what you going through? You know what I'm saying?
Let's get the nitty gritty of it.
Like,
cause say fuck him.
Because if you said all these things and then you still said that you love this man and that you want to be with this man, I would not.
Right.
I understand. I get it.
I don't.
She don't. He done. He done.
Done for.
He is done.
Let me say it to the mic just in case you watch and hear it. I meant that shit. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So, we gonna end this podcast like we end any other podcast episode, and that is with a quote. So this quote says, if life can remove someone you never thought of losing, it can replace it with someone you never dreamed of having. I'm gonna say that one more time.
Say it for the people in the back.
I got you. If life can remove someone you never thought of losing, it can replace with someone you never dreamed of having. I love that. And that's that, y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in to another episode of the Random Shit Podcast, the People's Podcast, y'all, with my sissy Talia. I'm going to see y'all next time. Make sure y'all check out a new episode of the Random Shit Podcast every Thursday with your girl, Jima. And follow us on IG at _Random Shit Podcast. See ya.